48 hours ago, a Chinese state media outlet accidentally published coordinates before deleting them. These data reveal where humanity's first moon city is being built right now, not in 10 years, not in 5 years, today. What I'm about to show you will explain why NASA held an emergency meeting last Tuesday, why Elon Musk suddenly announced a lunar Starship variant, and why the Pentagon just classified all moon-related satellite imagery. China isn't planning a moon base, they're already building one. And the location they chose guarantees they'll control space for the next 1,000 years. Before we dive in, let me show you something that will blow your mind. This is a photo from NASA's Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter taken in January 2023. Now here's the same location photographed last month. See those geometric patterns? Those reflective surfaces that weren't there before? That's Chinese construction equipment already on the moon. While you were told they're planning a base, they've been building it for over a year. Today, using documents from Chinese scientists, the underground discovery that changed everything. The military weapons already being installed. The timeline that has world leaders terrified. Let's start with the location that's worth more than all the gold on Earth. Pull up a moon map and go to 89.54 degrees, 222.69 degrees. You're now looking at Shackleton Crater's rim, specifically the peak of eternal light. This isn't just prime real estate. This is the only location on the moon that offers 5 game-changing advantages. Advantage 1. Infinite power. This peak receives sunlight 89% of the year. Not 50%, not 70%. 89%. That's basically permanent solar power. No other location comes close. Free energy forever. Advantage 2. Infinite water. Just 2 kilometers away, walking distance, are craters that haven't seen sunlight in 2 billion years. They're packed with water ice, not traces, billions of tons. Water, oxygen, drinking water, and rocket fuel. Advantage 3. Perfect temperature. While the rest of the moon swings between hell and frozen hell, this spot stays at a constant, 50 degrees C. Still cold, but manageable. No extreme engineering needed. Advantage 4. The high ground. From here, you can see and control access to the entire South Polar region. It's like building a fortress on the only mountain pass. Control this. Control everything. Advantage 5. The secret tunnels. This is what changed everything. In 2023, Chinese radar detected massive lava tubes directly beneath this location, natural shelter for a city of 10,000 people, hidden from satellites, protected from radiation. It's like the moon built a bunker and left the keys. But here's the kicker. NASA identified this location in 2009. They called it Site Alpha in their own documents. They spent 15 years making PowerPoints about it. China spent 3 years building on it. Dr. Chen Wei, who defected last year, revealed, "The Americans discovered paradise and argued about who should go. We simply went." Let me destroy the myth that China is preparing to build a moon base. They're not preparing. They're building. Right now. Today. January 2023. The secret landing. Chang'e 7 didn't just land. It deployed construction equipment, solar panels, communication towers, and something China called surface preparation units. Translation: robotic builders. June 2023. The lights turn on. Amateur astronomers notice something odd. Flashes of light from Shackleton Crater during lunar night. China claimed it was reflections. But reflections don't generate their own light. Those were welding robots. December 2023. The excavation begins. Satellite thermal imaging showed heat signatures consistent with drilling, not sampling, industrial drilling. They're already digging into those lava tubes. Watch carefully. That's not CGI. That's actual footage from the moon showing 3D printing robots building structures from lunar soil. A foundation being laid for something massive. Equipment that's been tested for years in secret. The robots work 24/7. No life support needed, no sleep, no complaints. By the time humans arrive in 2026, they'll have a finished base waiting for them. But wait, it gets crazier. Analysis of Chinese cargo manifests shows they've sent up 14 tons of construction materials, publicly admitted, 6 tons of scientific equipment, suspicious weight, 8 tons of supplies, classified contents. You know what weighs 8 tons and gets classified? Military equipment. Now we get to why every government is panicking. This location isn't just strategic. It's sitting on resources that make Saudi oil look like pocket change. Those permanently shadowed craters next to China's base contain 10,000 tons of helium-3, worth 400 trillion, 100 million tons of water ice, worth 100 trillion in orbit, platinum group metals, amount unknown, value incalculable, rare earth elements, more than all Earth's mines combined, but helium-3 is the jackpot. One cargo ship of helium-3 could power America for a year. China's sitting on enough to power Earth for 10,000 years, and fusion reactors come online in 2032. 2026, begin extraction tests. 2028, first helium-3 shipment to Earth. 2030, full-scale mining operations. 2032, supply all fusion reactors globally. 2035, complete energy monopoly. Dr. Sarah Mitchell, former NASA economist. Whoever controls lunar helium-3 controls the post-fossil fuel economy. China isn't just building a base. They're building the foundation of economic domination for the next millennium. But here's what nobody's talking about. The same technology that extracts helium-3 can be weaponized. Helium-3 fusion doesn't just power cities. It enables weapons that make nukes look like firecrackers. Unlimited range spacecraft, energy weapons, force fields. Yes, actual electromagnetic shields. China will have exclusive access to all of it. Remember those lava tubes I mentioned? They're not just caves. They're a ready-made city that changes everything about lunar colonization. In January 2024, China's ground-penetrating radar revealed tubes 100 to 300 meters wide, extending over 1,000 kilometers, some large enough for skyscrapers, all connected in a vast network. This isn't speculation. A Chinese scientist who fled to Japan brought proof. These tunnels can house 10,000 people in the first phase, 100,000 by 2040, eventually millions. But here's why military strategists are terrified. These tunnels are invisible to satellites. China could build an entire military infrastructure underground, and we'd never know. They could have weapon systems, launch platforms, command centers, troop barracks, all hidden under hundreds of meters of rock. Invulnerable to attack, impossible to monitor. Pentagon war games show that once China controls these tunnels, removing them becomes impossible without destroying the moon itself. They're not building a base. They're building an impregnable fortress. And they've already started moving in. Let's talk about what everyone's thinking, but nobody's saying publicly. China's moon base is a military installation disguised as science. So, what's the world doing to stop this? Basically, nothing effective. NASA, too little, too late. Artemis 3 moved landing site near China, 2026 at earliest. No construction equipment planned. No military capabilities. Already 3 years behind. Russia, joined enemy. Abandoned independent program. Now, China's junior partner. Sharing Soviet moon data. Accepted subordinate role. Europe, paralyzed. No launch capability. Internal disagreements. Watching helplessly. Begging for partnership. India, Japan, desperate alliance. Combined programs. Still 8 years behind. Limited resources. No military component. The brutal truth? It's already too late. A CIA assessment leaked last month concludes China's lunar position will be unassailable by 2027. Recommended response: negotiate for shared access before complete exclusion. They're not trying to win anymore. They're trying to not lose everything. But one man might change the game. Last week, Elon Musk held a secret meeting with Space Force commanders. Within 48 hours, SpaceX announced a lunar Starship variant. Military contracts were mysteriously modified, launch schedules were accelerated, payloads were classified. Is a secret American military moon mission being prepared? We'll find out soon. Let's be crystal clear about what happens if China's plan succeeds unchallenged. By 2030, China controls all prime lunar real estate. Helium-3 extraction feeds their fusion reactors, military systems operational, other nations excluded from South Pole. By 2035, Chinese lunar city of 10,000 people, complete resource extraction monopoly. Mars missions launch from Moon. Right now, as you watch this video, Chinese robots are building on the Moon. Every day we debate, they dig deeper. Every committee meeting, they claim more territory. Every budget argument, they get further ahead. The first space empire is being built 384,400 kilometers above your head. It's being built by China, at the only location that matters, and unless something dramatic happens in the next 24 months, they'll own space forever. Share this video. People need to know what's happening. Subscribe for breaking updates on this story. And remember, by the time you see Chinese flags on the Moon, it will already be too late. The space age just ended. The Chinese space empire has begun.